Hello and welcome back to another Stonksy video. Today we're going to be showing you how you can place a trade on Bitunix, showing you how you do it across the platform. Everything from before opening a trade to having a trade open and then obviously closing it. All the parameters and all the things that you would typically do when you're looking to open and manage a trade. But please do make sure you drop a big like on the video. Make sure you subscribe and of course check that link in the description. Do sign up to Bitunix. The link will be down there for you and you can follow along with this series of Bitunix videos. If you haven't checked out the previous two, make sure you check them out. I've done a full tutorial on creating an account, all the information that you need to know about Bitunix as a platform when you create an account, and showing you how you deposit and move around funds within the platform. But let's get into the video and show you how you do it. So if you've used a crypto exchange before, you will notice that typically, obviously, a lot of the things are the same. They have a lot of the same features and they have a lot of the same outlay in terms of opening a trade, how it's presented on the screen with the chart, the order book and all that good stuff. If you haven't, then this is a good opportunity for you to see exactly how you do it and the different variances in opening a trade. So of course we've got, firstly at the top, as you can see, I've got some USDT in there which we put in the last video showing you how to deposit. We've currently got Bitcoin open, but on the futures tab, as you can see, there's plenty of options for you to trade there. They have so many pairings, but of course we'll go with the big one. We will go with Bitcoin. So firstly, you choose cross or isolated. If you don't know the difference between them two, go and do your own research. You need to know the differences between these two, especially if you're new to trading. We will go for isolated. And then of course you would choose the leverage. Now the leverage doesn't really matter too much for today's video because we're only using a very, very tiny amount of USDT and the trade is purely for the video. But of course, again, if you don't know how to manage leverage, join Stonksy. Click the link in the description to join Stonksy. Of course, you get access to the Discord with that. And if you are new to trading or you would consider yourself still new in the realms of being new, you can ask any questions that you want in there. So we can help you along with that if you need to know more about trading, more about obviously managing positions or anything to do with crypto at all. So click your link in the description. We are still offering 20% off at the time of recording. Is off the first month. So yeah, do check that out. But yeah, so we'll just leave that as it's set 20x, 20x. So, of course, you've got limit where you can put in a specific price that you want to trigger at. You can also obviously adjust the level of margin that you want to use as the same as market. So we will just do market open because we don't want to wait for the trade to open. We want to open it and show you exactly how you do it. So we will obviously just select the maximum amount because we've got a very small amount of USDT in there. So you can either opt to put a take profit and stop loss in beforehand or afterwards. So say, for instance, we're going to open, let's do a long here. So let's just put our take profit at, say, 120,000. So when you put that in, it will show you your estimated P&L payout for that. And also, obviously, for the stop losses, let's say if we put in 118,000 for that, obviously, there you go. So take profit, stop loss. You can also go into advanced settings. So in advanced settings, this is obviously where you can have a bit more of an in-depth play around. This will show you obviously the slider for P&L payout. So obviously P&L all the way up to 100%, 120, 150, etc. This will change your take profit on that front. You can also do it by ROI or by change, but obviously we'll just leave it standard for now. And of course for stop loss as well. Now obviously we're currently in the long one. If you want to switch it over to short, and you can do that there, but yeah, that can be managed more in depth and you can obviously adjust that however you want. You can have it market or limit on that as well. So yeah, we've got that open there. So there we go. So currently, as it stands, we are ready to open this. Now, if we wanted a limit order, what you can do, you can either select a specific price or you can just go and pick one out of the order book. So you can go and pick one out of the order book, and obviously for limit orders, you pay a lower amount of fees if you didn't know that. So putting limit orders in and obviously them triggering, you pay a lower amount of fees than hitting the trade at market. But again, we are using a very small position size, so we will just use the market order today. Right, so we're ready to open this trade. What I've done is I've unticked the take profit and stop loss so we can adjust that in the actual trade, so to show you how you can manage that when a trade is already open. And let's hit that long button. So there we go, and we are triggered. So that trade is now open. We have this active, as you can see here. We've got the entry point on the chart, we've got it down here, and of course it will be marked onto the candle there with the little buy button. So as you can see, now the trade is open. We've got a couple of things. You've got the margin that is in. So the margin that has been used within the trade, you've got the realized P&L. So obviously at the moment, this is the fees that we've paid. And of course, you've got position P&L, and then you've got partial trailing take profit and stop loss. So obviously, if we've done this, this would be the full amount. So say we put a take profit again of 120,000. There we go. Again, you can change the other variables like we covered. However, what you can also do is partial take profits. So you could set, say, it to take 50% off the table at 120,000, or obviously whatever figure it is that you want, and then leave the rest of the 50% running. Again, you can do this for the stop loss as well. So if you don't want it to take the full amount off, you just want it to trim a bit and then keep the position open, you can do that as well. Or, of course, you can set a trailing stop loss. So trailing stop loss is where the stop loss will follow the price upwards or downwards, obviously depending if it's long or short. But say if the price starts retracing, then the trailing stop loss will stay there. So that won't then go back down away from the price. It'll stay there. So basically, it's a thing to try and lock in gains without them retracing your full amount. If you don't know how to use this, again, do your own research, but this can be particularly good for, say, overnight while you're sleeping, or if you don't particularly want to be at the charts, or if you just don't want to lose your gains and you don't want to round trip, this is obviously a good option as well. But yeah, all these can be managed in depth in there as well while the trade is open. So other things to bear in mind is obviously closing a trade. So here we've got it open at market. You can also do last price as well. But if you click market and then you click quantity, then you can obviously select how much you want to close at market, or you can obviously choose last price as well. So that's obviously how you close. If, say, if we wanted to close all this position now, we go market, 100% if we wanted to close it at market, and then close, and then obviously confirm that. You can also go in and adjust the leverage if you want. Now, again, if you don't know what this means, go and do your own research. This will then obviously utilize the margin in the account to readjust the position, but this won't get you out of a sticky situation. Just bear that in mind. If you do find yourself in a bit of a sticky situation and in a loss, don't think you can just suddenly eradicate that. This will just readjust the margin for that leverage if you've got enough in the account. But, of course, you can then go along and you can see all the information you need. Obviously, if you've got any open orders, say if you've got a take profit and a stop loss, these will appear here. If you've got any open orders on, say, other altcoins or other assets while you're trading, these will appear here. Obviously, order history, position history, trade history, funding history, and futures bonus. All them are viewable there if you wish to go and see them. Now, other things to consider is reverse. So a reverse is where you would click that and then it would close the current position and then open one in a short. So I can actually do that live for you if you want. So it will close the long and then open a short in the exact same leverage, in the exact same margin. It would just flip it. So if we've done that, there we go. So that's then closed. See, as you can see, they're closed long and opened a short. And now we are short. So that's if, say, price trades very quickly into a level, and you don't want to then, say, go through all this of closing and then adjusting a new position here. Say price trades into a key level very quickly, or we get a flash crash, or say a news pump that you want to trade the opposite way. You can then just click reverse and instantly you'll bank them profits if you've got any on the table, of course, and then open a trade the opposite way. So it's a very fast way of just taking the polar opposite to what you had open if you want to do that. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Obviously, you can do the little screenshot, the clip that everyone likes posting of the P&L or the P&L percentage. Can do that here by clicking that button. And overall, obviously, the account is very slick, very easy to use, very easy to navigate. You can obviously get rid of these if you want, just by taking them off there if you want the chart to appear more. And of course, if you zoom out, not every exchange shows you this. So this is a good feature that Bitunix has. It has liquidation price on the chart. Believe it or not every exchange will do this, but it's very good to show you exactly how close price is to your liquidation point, just so you can see it. Obviously, take profits and stop loss will appear there as well, which I can just show you that now, actually. Let's put one in. Let's do that. Oh, actually, we are short now, aren't we? So let's do 117,000, and let's do that. There we go. So let's confirm that. And then there we go. We've got take profit, stop loss, and then liquidation price. So they're all on the chart, as you would. And you can obviously drag these around too. But that is pretty much it. So that's managing. If we want to show you exactly how you close it, so we'll close it at market again. There we go. And close. Okay, let's not display again. And it'll give you a breakdown. Obviously, if you want to keep this, it's obviously a good thing to see, to be fair, when you're closing a position, you'll see exactly your P&L, your net P&L, all that good stuff. And then we will confirm, and there we go. And then that will go into your order history and then into your position history as well. There you go if you want to view that. So yeah, hope you enjoyed this video. Again, it's very easy to navigate, very easy to use, and a really good exchange, nice and slick, and a couple of really key features that not all exchanges offer on there. So if you do want to sign up, again, the link is in the description. Hope you enjoyed this video. Bye for now, and check the other two as well. Creating an account, depositing for the first time, but some key information about the Bitunix platform that you do need to know before you sign up. But that's everything. Thank you for watching. Drop a like, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.